You're listening to FAMcast, the For All Manakind podcast, with your hosts, the competitive spirit, Trey Simpson, our own devil's advocate, Tim Weber, and the hopelessly optimistic Trevor Jorgensen. This is FAMcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to FAMcast. This is episode 85. I'm joined by the lovely co-host Trey today.
Hello.
And it's been almost a week, exactly a week, 6 days, since the latest state of play, which is like a PlayStation Nintendo Direct, for those that aren't aware. They're very few and far between. I feel like we don't get a lot of them, but usually when we do, there's at least one really good surprise in there and a lot of other really cool things. So. And they always announce them with very little notice, just like Nintendo does, which just adds to the surprise. Like it's always fun waking up one day and it's like, oh, there's a state of play tomorrow or a direct tomorrow.
It's always good, man. I love it.
It is.
I love it when those days happen. We got a direct tomorrow.
I know.
State of play. Let's go.
It's like 24 hours of just like hyping ourselves up. Like, what is it going to be?
What's it going to be? Is it going to be Metroid? We're going to see Metroid? Secret. It's never Metroid.
It's never Metroid. It's I think if anything, if we can, I know COVID's been hard on a lot of people and I don't want to take away from that at all, but I think some silver lining is this push for these digital showcases, which I think it's good that we're, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's good that we're moving away from this once a year E3 kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
to where like I think everything happens now, and I think it takes some of that pressure off of the developers. They still have their timelines and everything, and their stockholders still want games and trailers and all this stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know the details of all that, but I think this at least takes away some of that. Like, hey, put it in a state of play when you're ready to show something off. It could, and when PlayStation has enough news, they release one. It's never okay. Well, June's coming up. We really need that trailer for God of War. We don't want to miss out this year. So I'm hoping that at least alleviates some of that pressure.
So I wonder if that's like part of the whole like crunch thing, right? It's like, June's coming around, E3's coming up. We got to have something, guys. Come on, chop.
Well,
I don't know.
It's just like
obviously like not anymore, of course, but
right. No, it's just like I've seen in some of those interviews that Jason did, like how we saw that E3 Cyberpunk trailer that everyone was blown away by. Yeah, and they were just like, all of that was just like basically fake.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a shady practice because then it's just like you're kind of trying to sell a product that doesn't exist,
Right.
Then you're.
I wish they would put like like proof of concept or something, like.
Yeah, and I feel like they do in some to like at least the CGI ones, so where it's like not actual gameplay.
Right.
Like that makes sense, but when you put something together that is gameplay, but it's not a true representation of what you're working towards. And granted, things change. I'm always going to try and show both sides of it. I feel like I don't want to say that I know everything, but I feel like it at that far along, like I don't know. I'm not going to get into a whole cyberpunk deal. That's a story for another day, I guess. Yeah. Because we're here today to talk about the PlayStation State of Play, which was really exciting. I think we even asked Discord kind of afterwards because we watched. We didn't stream it or anything, but we watched alongside some people in Discord, and we're like, okay, so if you had to give it a letter grade, what would you give it? And I think maybe me and Trey can kind of give our rankings at the end here once we kind of go over everything. You want to just we want to kind of take it from the top, and we'll hit on everything that was announced, but some of them we probably won't have a whole lot to say. But some of them I do want to do a deeper dive into because me and Trey watched side by side, and I know there's some that we got very excited for.
Definitely. So the first one that was on the show was they showed off Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. They kind of did a little bit more of they're like, it's been out already on the consoles. If you had it on PS4, it's going to be a free upgrade for PS5. which is super nice. It's always a nice deal that a lot of companies have been doing. But they just showed off more of the like upgraded features and the DualShock, the DualSense controller.
Yeah.
They showed off some more of the abilities of that, which is going to be pretty cool. Like you'll be able to feel like Cortex's blaster and a few other things they mentioned, like throwing stuff and what was it, sucking.
Oh yeah, one, so. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, yeah. That was such early. That was so early on that I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Other than that, like, it's kind of the same thing that they've been showing for it on the previous console.
Yeah, which like you said,
good, though.
Not a bad thing. I think that's a fair way to start it off. I mean, you're getting PS5 enhancements on a game that, you know, I think people really enjoyed. People really wanted to see Crash come back. So,
Crash is back, baby.
Yeah, it's good that we're seeing a lot of these late last generation games, like the ones that came out maybe the second half of last gen's life cycle, getting these ports like Control is a really big one to get that next gen boost, and I'm really glad I waited. So I think there's a lot of games that people are going to see these quality of life improvements, and I hope it breathes new life into some of these games, especially things like Avengers.
Oh yes,
they had like a bit of a rough start, but I think this next gen update will solve for a lot of that.
That's probably what I'm going to play it. Is the next gen update?
That'll be good because I don't have anyone on PS5 to play it with.
There we go.
Yep. Then so after Crash, we did another deep dive into a game that we had seen before. This time with Returnal, which is it's kind of like that live, die, repeat kind of thing, to where you play the game, and it, from what they described, it every time you die you come back, obviously, but things aren't the same. It's almost like a what do they call that? Huh?
Roguelike?
Yeah, I was gonna say roguelike, or what do they call it in like Diablo, to where like the levels create themselves. There's a specific generated. Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's why you're my favorite co-host. Don't tell Tim.
Don't tell Tim.
Just a joke, Tim. So they showed it off and it looked really good. It's a third-person shooter. All kinds of different weapons you can use, which look very sci-fi. All the different creatures you're going to go up against, and a very cryptic, mysterious story that will kind of unfold as you go deeper into the story.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of there's an old game by Capcom called Vanquish. It was very like bullet hell looking, sci-fi, lots of movement. It looks really fun. I'm at first I was a little wary about it because I was like, it looks okay. But after I actually saw the gameplay and what they showed during the state of play, I was like, okay, I'm a little more interested. It looks pretty cool. The different guns look really fun. They like the chain lightning one.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of different guns that they're showing off. It looks really cool.
They seem really out there. And she stuck her arm into this like alien
that was really
tower thing, and it was gross. It was super gross looking. That's how she either like got a weapon or an upgrade or something, but it looks cool. I'm definitely looking forward to trying it out. It seems like one of those games that we're getting into that period now to where we're seeing some of the games that were announced kind of alongside the PS5, but they weren't launch titles. So now we're kind of starting to see those filter in, which will be cool. I'm interested to see how far people push things like the DualSense controller. And
I think that's like my favorite thing that I look forward to be honest. Like graphics are cool, but what are you gonna do with that DualSense controller?
Yeah, like how's this gonna feel? Which is so, and I can't talk enough or can't talk highly enough about the card features. Just being able to show you like what different side quests you're on and how long it's going to take you. The cards are one of my favorite things about the PS5.
I mean, that's kind of, I guess, to kind of go back to Crash, they kind of like explain that with the Crash update too. Like they're going to put a lot of cards in to make it feel like a lot more fresh, a lot of replayability. So that'll be pretty cool. I do like those cards. It's definitely a game changer.
Yeah, that's handy for sure. Like if I'm pushing, like if I'm getting real close to when I need to go to bed, I know if I can start, if it says the next mission is going to be 40 minutes long, I know that I need, can either keep going or just cut it off there. So it's, that's good. And that Returnal comes out end of April, I believe. So not too much longer on that.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess next on the chopping block would be a game called Sifu. Very kung fu stylized. Like I like the art style of it.
Yeah,
it reminded me a lot of what was it? What did we say that it reminded us of? I can't think of it, but it looks really cool. They just showed gameplay. Well, what we think is gameplay. It's kind of more like a cinematic, but definitely had like it was definitely short. It reminded me of the like the hallway fight scene in Daredevil.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. I might check it out. We'll see.
I'm interested to see what the what the premise of the game is, because it showed the kung fu style combat and everything, but at the end it kind of filtered through these different scenes of it's the same guy, but he starts off as a young guy, but then he ages. Oh yeah,
he's getting older and older. I forgot about that.
He gets older, and that's maybe where the that Sifu title comes into play.
Yeah, true. I didn't think about that.
So interested if it there's some sort of time mechanic involved. You see how far you can get as you. I don't know what it'll be, but it seems like a cool concept, and looking forward to seeing more. No specific date on that other than 2021. Then we had one we just saw last week. Well, I guess almost 2 weeks ago now in the Nintendo Direct. It was Knockout City, which it looks pretty fun. Like it does. It wasn't any. I don't know. It's just a big dodgeball game, right? Like it's a dodgeball, a dodge brawl. Sorry. So I think they've got different play modes. Like there's free for all. You can do like 3v3s, and it's just kind of like a I don't know, like a goofy arena style game.
Yeah,
right?
It's almost like if you take the cartoony style of Splatoon, but then do like Overwatch. I don't know. It looks like a lot of fun.
Monday Night Combat.
Yeah, Monday Night. Yes, I'll always go back to Monday Night Combat.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun. They said something about crossplay, which is always important. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
It was pretty cool to see all the different things you can do. Like some of those curves were pretty intense.
Yeah,
like the way that they like curved the balls.
I was gonna say, I think they announced it during the Nintendo cast or Direct.
Yeah.
And then the state of play that actually kind of went into more of like the mechanics of the game. Which
it was like
cool.
a deep dive. Which is really cool. They one of my favorite things they showed off, because it's a multiplayer dodgeball game. Like it's pretty self-explanatory, but they've got some more like over the top features too. Like you can turn your
teammate
your teammate into the ball and like throw them too if you don't have a ball on you. Or you can like charge them up and throw them up in the air and they like spike down and it's a one-hit KO. They also had the fake outs, which I thought was cool. Like right.
I did that shit in school all the time.
To see if you can get them to like, dodge a specific way so you can get an easier shot. I thought that was pretty neat. So I think that actually just went into like I think it's a closed beta.
Yes. The crossplay beta.
Yeah, I'll have to look more into that because I would like to try that out. I'll have to see what it's available on and how long that runs. You want to take over the next one, Trey?
The next one was another game that we've been talking about for a little while now. Solar Ash, by the same people who did what's that game? I can't even think of it now off the top of my head. I haven't eaten my lunch yet. Transistor, yes, thank you. It looks super colorful. Very momentum based kind of game. It looks really fun. The music sounded really good. I don't really know what to take of it yet, just because it's very shrouded in mystery, I guess you could say, but it looks really cool.
Hyperlight Drifter.
Drifter. That's the one I was looking for.
One you were thinking of.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking of.
But yeah, this is one we saw announced back at the 2019 Video Game Awards, I think. And it looked amazing then, like the cell shading art style along with this like neon cyberpunky kind of palette really drew me in. And they went into a gameplay mechanics deep dive again, which we hadn't seen gameplay before. And it was very movement based. Like the game is all about movement, they were describing. Very similar to Pathless. Which
that's what I was saying. It kind of reminded me of that a whole lot too.
Yeah, I actually that was one of my first platinums of the year. Such a good game. It's available on PS4 and 5, so definitely recommend that if you haven't seen it already. Really cool. But it just all about movement. So there's a lot of platforming involved. Looked like some puzzles to solve, which was really that's my kind of game. I love solving puzzles. So it was really cool to see, especially at the end. They kind of showed off some Shadow of the Colossus style. Bosses.
The big serpent boss.
Yeah, there were like these really big creatures that like you're riding on and you're doing some sort of battle. I assume I'm not sure what the entire story is, but this is one that I've been looking forward to for a while, and it was a surprise to see because we hadn't seen anything on it in so long. It caught me off guard, which was it was just really cool.
I think the next one was a pretty fun or pretty cool looking game. It's Five Nights at Freddy Security Breach. Man, Scott Cawthon, he knows what he's doing. That this whole storyline, I don't know if it's like him specifically that's making it, but I'm sure he's like writing the story or whatnot for it. But it's looking good.
It was terrifying,
really creepy.
Man.
Yeah,
that trailer was creepy.
Definitely.
They took it from the, if you've played Five Nights, you know that you're basically just for most of them, you're just at that desk, right? And you're watching the cameras, and this one, like, you're actually moving around through this like Chuck E. Cheese style
like
environment
pizzeria kind of place.
Yeah, like you're actually walking through ball pits and through the play zones. I don't know what you call the big things that you walk through.
Jungle gyms.
We'll go with that. The things that you see at McDonald's.
Yeah, those things that were fun when you were a kid that smelled like piss all the time.
And then you
yeah.
So they showed off some of the new animatronics, which
I'm sorry, I was just thinking like those times when you're like, doom, 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 mom.
Oh yeah, you're like,
just okay.
It's like that big plastic
bubble. Big bubble. Yeah, you're like, doom, doom, doom. Like, that's it. It's like you haven't waved to your mom before, and
and mom's just like,
yes, so
hey. Ready to go home.
Ready to go. It smells like feet and piss in here.
Right. Oh my! I can't imagine walking into one of those. Like as a kid, you don't care about stuff like that.
You don't care
as
about
an adult,
you're
probably like,
yeah. I'm pretty sure if I walked into one now, I'd be like, oh god,
right.
I need to shower immediately.
Right.
But
I can't imagine going like as a kid going through one now with like all the. They probably have that stuff closed down. I assume.
Oh, I'd imagine.
All the slides and everything are just they're all like water slides with hand sanitizer. You got out of the tube and you just spun in hand sanitizer.
Right, it's like a car wash, just all sanitizer though.
Right.
Come out in like a hazmat suit. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry,
just suit up before going in. But yeah, this actually looks really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll try and play through it. These games creep me out, man. They're tough for me. I gotta say,
they're tough. They're scary, man.
They're all the jump scares definitely freak me out.
It'd be a good one for Extra Life.
Yeah, that'll be a good Extra Life game for sure. I thought the ending was interesting. I remember there was a point in time years ago, me and Trey got like real deep into the Five Nights lore.
Yeah,
well, like Trey would get home from work late, and I'd pull up these game theory videos. Yeah.
Shout outs to Matt Pat.
Right, shout outs to Matt Pat, because we were sucked into that. And I couldn't recite it to you at all, but at the end they showed like some sort of purple arm, and I remember in the lore videos there's something about a purple man. Yep. So I'm wondering if we'll get some more like lore tie-ins.
We'll see.
Seems pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that the lore alone made that game so cool.
Yeah, dude.
So looking forward to seeing more on that. I'm glad we saw some actual gameplay, because last time we really just got the teaser. We didn't see much else other than that.
Yeah, because I think we just got like the logo revealed, didn't we?
Yeah.
This time we actually saw like animatronics and like actual gameplay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah. Next up, another one that we have seen previously was Oddworld Soulstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Which they've shown it off a lot at this point, so we've already seen like gameplay and in the story trailers and all that. So there wasn't like a whole lot else to say other than the release date reveal, which was April 6th. So just close. Kind of along the lines of Returnal, to where we're starting to see some of those earlier released games or announced games starting to release, which is neat.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. I used to play Oddworld when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I think I stopped playing them after I found out about other games. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played an Oddworld game, but I'm definitely more open to trying new things on the PS5 now. Like I'm ready to expand that library, and I want to branch out more. Especially there's all these indie games out now that there's all these hidden gems that I feel like don't get the love that they deserve all the time. So that Marquette game is free on for PlayStation Plus members this month.
Nice.
It's a puzzle game, kind of gives me like a Myst kind of vibe.
Okay.
But it's so weird. You're like, it's like a puzzle inside of a puzzle. Like you're inside of this environment, this like I don't know, think of this like little building, and you're like moving things around, but then like that little building is in like a larger scale building of that same building.
Okay.
So like if you make a change inside there, like say you knock over a chair, like a large chair will knock down like outside because you're in like a larger scale
miniature version.
So like everything you do in like the little one impacts the bigger one.
Interesting.
I don't know. I did a terrible job explaining that, but check out a trailer. It seems pretty cool. I've heard nothing but great things. Well, speaking, we're getting to the tail end here, and this was the one thing I posted this in Discord. I was like, if we get one thing, just give me a Kenna Bridge of Spirits release date.
Yep.
And we sure got one.
Heck yeah, we did.
Man, this is out of everything that we had announced, or we have announced just for PlayStation 5, this is probably the one I'm most excited about.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks so good. Like not only does it look good just graphically and aesthetically, but it's like there's just so much heart in everything that they've shown. Those little rot creatures,
so
the
cute.
main, they're adorable. They all have like different hats on and everything. And you can tell that there's going to be like a really deep emotional story.
Oh, for sure.
Involved in here.
Yeah, this last trailer was really, really good. Like you were saying, beyond how gorgeous this game is, I think the story is going to be really, really strong in this game too. God, the gameplay looks like so much fun. It's like I don't want to compare it to Pikmin because it's totally different, right?
Yeah,
totally different.
Right. But
it looks so cool.
It has that you have all these little rot people that you seem to be controlling for, and it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So that's probably the only Pikmin-esque thing I can think about.
Yeah.
Would be like, you have like a lot of these rot, but you can, do things with. That's the only thing that I'm comparing it to Pikmin with.
For sure.
Beyond that, I honestly, I don't even know what the gameplay is going to be like other than having a lot of rot. That's it.
Yeah. The gameplay the combat looked really fun. They had this giant creature like spawn up out of the ground at the end. Which was super intense. She's got this crystal staff thing that, again, no idea what it means story-wise, but she was putting in work with it. She was putting in some good work with this crystal staff. So, Kenna looks like it's going to be fantastic, to no surprise. It does come out the end of August 24th.
Wait.
And it's only $40.
Yeah.
Which
God, I can't wait. Sorry, I'm watching the trailer right now.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see the $40 price tag, because just looking at it, looks like it deserves that $60 price tag.
I would give the $7 price tag, dude. This is gorgeous, man. This is like Disney quality, like character design, and like the animation is absolutely incredible. Like I would easily pay $70 for this game. This is awesome.
The one scene that stands out to me is when it kind of cuts to black, but then you see Kenna show up on screen, and then she puts on the fox mask, which was really cool. If anyone out there isn't aware, Ember Labs, they did this crazy CGI for Majora's Mask, just insane.
Was that them?
Yes.
Dude, okay. Oh man, that's incredible. Okay.
Which made that fox mask part kind of like a little more.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about that. That's awesome.
They're awesome for sure, and they have a little. They've got a little potion bottle logo. So we're like
shout out to Ember Labs.
Yep. We're like in sync.
We're potion buddies. Potion pals.
Potion pals. Fam is officially potion pals with Ember Labs.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first.
World exclusive.
Wrapping things up. Only 2 more to go.
Yes.
Once again, another one we saw that we've seen previously was Deathloop.
Yeah.
This is one that I think me and Trey are both looking forward to.
Yeah, dude.
They had this. It's their Deja Vu trailer, and they played this song kind of along the trailer. The song was actually really cool. It was like a James Bond song. Like it felt like a spy thriller kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which their whole aesthetic, like their whole marketing.
Yeah, I would say that's the whole vibe of the game. Yeah, it's like a very James Bond suspense thriller sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for this game. It looks so cool.
Yeah,
because I feel like every trailer they've been showing has been like just a storyline of its own. I feel like every trailer we see is like another boss or like another character that you get to fight.
You take out,
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so cool. I'm so excited for it.
My favorite thing about games like this is that it lets you choose how you want to go about the mission.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool that we can play the same game and just like go through a completely different.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm looking forward to. I think it's
play against each other. You never know.
Is there multiplayer?
I think so, right? Like the other person's playing the girl and you're playing like the main character, right?
Oh, okay.
I think I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that then. Kind of scrolling through now. But so we'll touch on that later, but it is up for pre-order. I believe it comes out in May. Is kind of what the target date is.
I think so. I want to say Xbox got an actual release trailer before it did on PlayStation, right?
May 10th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's a like a Hitman style game. You have your contracts and you have to assassinate someone and go about it however you want to, whether that's
all while not being assassinated yourself.
Yeah. Yes, which is the cool part. Which that was kind of what Trey was getting at. We'll look into it a little bit more, but it's either a co-op feature or like a multiplayer feature to where you could be hunted by another character, or it's something that's only solo. Either way, you are hunted while you're also hunting, which is really neat. Trey, we're at the very last one, and I feel like it's only fitting that you kind of kick this one off.
Let me tell you something, chat or Discord, whatever, whoever's listening to this, people of the internet, we are finally getting more for Final Fantasy VII. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure I audibly screamed when it came on.
Yep.
Good Lord, dude. It's Final Fantasy VII. It's not episode 2. It's Intergrade, which is Yuffie's storyline. And I can't wait. So she basically just she's infiltrating Midgar to figure out what's going on. And oh man, this gameplay looks so sick. Well, I say beyond that, I'll say that they're also doing the upgrades to Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
It's going to be performance mode. They're adding a photo mode, which is going to be really cool.
That's going to be the end of me, man.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. They're doing
PS5
the 4K,
is going to fill up with
60 FPS,
with Tifa screenshots.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. But oh man, Yuffie looks awesome. I love the design that they went with her. It still looks like, of course, it's still gonna look like old Yuffie, but of course, seeing her in like 4K, 60 FPS, amazing resolution. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait, dude. Like, I think I've watched this trailer at least 50 times, at least.
And it's a few things about it, because you touched on pretty much everything, right? It's Yuffie's story. We PS5 owners PS4 owners of the game will get the PS5 enhancements for free, and you get to PS5 owners also get to play the Yuffie, this Intergrade chapter for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the interesting thing is, just kind of reading through it right now.
Is it for free? I don't know if it's for free. I think it's $20. I think it's what I
was
reading.
Oh, sorry, I read it wrong. PS5 enhancements can upgrade to the PS5 version at no cost. I read the wrong part.
Gotcha.
So you'll get the PS5 upgrade for no cost. But if you're a PS4 player PS4 players who upgrade will still need to purchase the new episode featuring Yuffie separately. Now that is it's very interesting, because March is the for PlayStation Plus. Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the free games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had just announced, hey, if you have a PS5 and you own this game on PS4, we'll upgrade you for free, and you'll just need to you still have to buy Intergrade, right?
All right.
And that's fine. That's good. Whatever. But if you don't own Final Fantasy VII Remake and you only get the free version from PlayStation Plus, you don't get the upgrade.
Huh. Yep. Interesting.
Yep. So if you download this PlayStation Plus PS4 version, you don't get the free upgrade to PS5, which is a little.
Which, I mean, I get it, but.
Yep.
I mean, isn't it like when these games are on PlayStation Plus, like if you're like downloading them or whatever, don't you get like a discounted price anyways?
They haven't announced, because they haven't announced the pricing officially for Intergrade.
I think they did. I think I saw it on Twitter.
Oh. Or not officially, at least.
Yeah. Well, never mind. I know they announced a bunch of other stuff on Twitter. That's for sure.
Yeah. They've been. They sent out later, their press kit. We've got all the logos, screenshots, everything, but nothing yet. Unfortunately, they do have the digital deluxe version, which will be nice.
Yeah, I'm curious what's going to be in that.
A digital art book, digital mini soundtrack, and then I think it's a cactar weapon for Yuffie.
Okay. Well, fair enough. There we go.
So pretty cool. I think the cactar weapon is actually a pre-order bonus. So even if you don't get the digital, you still get the weapon, which is neat.
Cool. And then the Weiss, or Weiss, sorry.
Yeah.
From Dirge Cerebus.
Ending. Oh
yeah, that's a callback to Dirge Cerebus. I think it's going to be a like a VR mission or like a VR boss fight. Yeah. I think they're going to pull a Kingdom Hearts on that and make that a VR fight. I think I want to say Tetsuya Nomura. I already confirmed that, but I could be wrong. Either way, cool. I'm glad that they're bringing in things from like Dirge Cerebus, which I feel like because they had the underground like enemies in a cinematic, so I don't know if it's just going to be story or not, or if it's just going to be a VR mission or not.
Yeah, I remember we were watching that video that Maximilian did, and when they showed him, it was the VR background behind him. So is he just going to be like a VR boss, or are we actually going to see story stuff? So that'll be interesting.
I'm curious.
But regardless, that was quite a way to end that trailer with that.
Big way to end it.
Just like, what? Man, this comes out in June 10th, I believe. And it's so soon. Like in the grand scheme of things, I didn't think we were going to see anything Final Fantasy VII till at least next year.
Yeah, or at least maybe the end of the year. That's what my hope for, at least the end of the year, for them to be like, okay, and episode 2 coming out next year.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I should have specified. But yeah, I'm glad we're at least getting something to tide us over, because I'm ready, man. I'm so ready for more of this game.
I cannot wait. So excited for it.
Oh man. Yep, and I'm excited to learn more about Yuffie, because for those that don't know, this is my first time going through the game, so I know some things, but I don't know everything. I don't know how the story unfolds, so this is a really cool way for me to experience it for the first time. Excited to meet Yuffie and see what she's all about. All I know is that she, like Trey said, she's trying to steal the ultimate materia.
Yep.
So looking forward to seeing how her and Avalanche's stories collide.
Yeah. I can't wait, dude. I want it right now. But
yeah.
I have to wait. I'll be patient. They can take their time with making it. I don't care. Final Fantasy VII, just take all the time you need, please.
Yep. It'll be great. And that's how they ended it. That's how they ended the state of play, but that wasn't it for Final Fantasy.
It was not at all. They released 3, well, you could probably say more than 3, but 3 titled games, I should say.
Yeah, they did their Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale game for mobile.
Yeah. Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not throw it out there?
Milk that cow.
But I think the one that everyone was really excited for was Ever Crisis.
Oh my god, yes. Ever Crisis looks so. Oh my god, I can't wait for it. Like, I'm so happy they're finally bringing in like these old games. Sorry, I guess we should explain it. So Ever Crisis is the compilation of everything Final Fantasy VII, right? They're literally bringing in
Crisis
Dirge
Core.
of Cerberus, Crisis Core, Before Crisis, Dirge of Cerberus. Did I say that again?
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're good.
Advent Children. Like, we're going to be playing Advent Children, which is going to be nuts. What? Like, and it's all on mobile? Like, it's going to be all like in chapters. I'm thinking it's how it's going to be.
Yeah, they said it's like episodic.
Okay. Oh god, I cannot wait, dude. It's
yeah,
like it's
in that classic style too.
Yeah, it plays like in that classic style. It's like top down, pre-rendered backgrounds and whatnot. But when you're in fight, it's actually Final Fantasy VII Remake graphics, which I don't know how we can do that with Dirge of Cerberus, but I'm interested to see how that's gonna look. God, I can't wait till we even get to see Vincent in this Final Fantasy VII style. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah. It's gonna be real cool.
I just want chapter 2 already. Oh, this is gonna be nuts.
Yeah. Oh, man, we're only 3 months away. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy to think
only
about,
3 months away from Intergrade.
Gosh, we're already 3 days into March. February went by in a flash.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know, man. But that was it. That was what we saw for the PlayStation Direct, or State of Play. I'm always going to call it a Direct, just out of habit. But that was the State of Play.
Yeah.
Which is it's always fun to have some things to look forward to, especially this early on in the year. This is usually the like a slow period for releases, so ready to ramp things up for the rest of the year. Even if it is slower due to COVID, we might not get the avalanche of games that we normally do. I'm totally okay with it.
It makes these announcements even sweeter.
Yep,
because you don't get them as often.
Yep,
but we're not like prepared for them.
Yes. Any closing thoughts on the? Oh, I guess we should give it our grade. I said we were going to give it our grade. What would you have given this State of Play? Trey?
I'll give it a solid B+.
I'll give it a solid A-.
A-? Okay, that's fair. I think that's a good middle ground.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, right? Like they announced a lot of. I think they announced a lot of really cool things. Yeah. Some things I'm looking forward to more than others, obviously, but I think it's still pretty good, right? Like nothing like absolutely mind blowing other than Final Fantasy VII, but good announcements nonetheless. Like I've been looking forward to Kenna since they announced it. Deathloop is something I've been waiting for a long time as well. But beyond that, I mean, it looks good. I'm glad they announced some new games like Sifu. That looks really cool too.
Yep. Solar overall, Ash. Oh, we got some more info on.
Yeah. Solar Ash. I mean, overall, it looks solid. It was solid. The show. It just. I wish they were longer. I want more. I always want more.
Yeah, I know.
But that's me.
Yeah,
that's greedy.
It's one of those bittersweet things. You get in that moment of, I just want to watch all these cool new trailers for everything. Yeah. It's awesome, and then it just has to end at some point, which is just the nature of things.
Yeah.
But we'll see some more soon. I think there's actually some indie shows coming up too that we'll see some more on some cool indie games, which would be neat.
I feel like I haven't been like exploring other game announcements recently. I've just been like waiting to hear from you to say something. I don't know.
I mean, even just thinking of like Loop Hero. Loop Hero's out tomorrow.
What? Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's pretty wild. But that'll wrap it up for our State of Play podcast.
PlayStation Direct. No,
yeah, PlayStation Direct. Hopefully you guys have watched it. And if you didn't, hopefully this was a nice recap for you. And we'll have another one coming out soon because the day after the State of Play, we had the Pokemon Presents. Day. So that'll be our next episode that we'll record soon. So appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, if you like what you see or hear, make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you want to see us talk about next. Let us know what you thought of the State of Play. And we appreciate you guys. Thanks for 85 solid episodes. It's crazy to think that we're that far along.
That's nuts.
But here we are, 85 episodes later. Stay safe out there, everyone, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to FAMcast. Be sure to subscribe for the latest episodes and follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and our other socials at For All Manakind.